Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of SG Good Life. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Bak Kut Teh that is so easy, even beginners can do. So you will need this Bak Kut Teh sachets. You can use A1, which is very commonly used among very big outlets and hawkers. And you can use this New Moon one. Today I'm going to use the New Moon one. I don't have a particular preference. You can use other brands as well. And this is how the sachet looks like. You can see that it has a peppery smell to it the moment you take it off the packet. And the kind of pork that you want to use is the prime rib. So this is the prime rib over here. The prime rib gives it a really good meaty feel of the bone, and you can also use other cuts if they're not available at the area you're staying at. You can use the soft bone, you can use the back rib and other similar cuts. Of course, it's not going to be as good as the prime rib, but the taste primarily doesn't come from this per se. It actually comes from the pork bone that you can find in many supermarkets. Alright, I have here with me two pork bone. I was a bit more generous because I really want to get the taste today. It only costs $4. You get a bit of meat off the bone, and this is the secret to having the beautiful flavor that we love in a good roll kuta or bak kut teh. And of course, we'll need the chili that you're going to cut up. You will need some garlic. Garlic, you will need about one part for every rib that you put in. So you have 10 ribs, just put in 10. Okay, so it's easy to count that way. And of course, goes without saying that you will need dark soy sauce. And I always recommend using the best soy sauce, dark soy sauce, pepper that you can have. It's not very much more expensive, but it lasts really long and really makes a difference. You can skim on cuts of meat occasionally, but don't ever skim on the quality of your dip. Alright, so without further ado, let's go to the cooking part, which as you will see is just really simple. You can just literally put it down there and then hands off after that. Let's go. Once you've cut up the prime ribs, just put it in, including the pork bone that I have over here. You don't have to wash it, because once it goes through the first round of boiling to get rid of the gunk, you'll have a washing session right there. Okay, so just put it in and then fill it up with water and then get it to a rolling boil. This will take roughly about between 3 to 5 minutes depending on how powerful your stove is. Fill the pork bone pot with water. Right now, I'm just going to turn on the heat to maximum. I'll use induction, so mine is 9. If you're using a flame stove, just make sure that you turn out the highest. Get the ribs to boil, and the idea is right now not to cook it, but to get rid of the gunk. It's been 5 minutes, and as you can see here, there are a lot of dirty gunk that has been released from the bone itself. Right now, I'm just going to turn it off, and we're going to rinse the bone 1 or 2 times. Drain away the gunk, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that we rinse this. Okay, the first time is going to be very hot, so I'm just going to pour the water away. You can see it's quite dirty. And then the second time, you can rinse it again. This time I'm going to fill up to the brim, and what I'm going to do is make sure that I just do a brief clean of the pork bone. Make sure that all the dirty parts are coming out. You will see that the water is really dirty. Okay, so make sure that all the blood bits, the dirt is coming out. Do a final rinse. And at this point, usually what I like to do is throw in the garlic as well. Throw in the garlic. Okay, I'm going to use, I said 10 in my, because I have about roughly 10 ribs. I'm just going to throw in everything anyway for a deeper taste. And then at this point in time, I'm just going to just rinse it one more time. Okay, so I've pretty much gotten out all the dirty things. And right now you just need to fill up the water, the pot, and make sure it's just covering enough of the bone. This should be able to give you at least 3 to 4 servings. Right now, my soup is coming to a boil. You can see that after washing, the bones are much cleaner with the garlic in, including the herb sachet. I'm just going to bring it to a high boil and then reduce it to medium heat, which is on my induction cooker 5. And I'm going to cap it again. So this will roughly take 2 to 3 hours. You can do your own thing. If you want to have your eyes off the stove, you can even shift it lower, shift it to low to medium heat, and then you can do your own thing without needing to monitor and worry about the water coming out. Okay, so I'm just going to cap it right now and then wait for it to come to a full boil. Reduce the heat to medium once the water starts boiling vigorously, and close back the lid. And now you're good to go to do your own thing and just monitor occasionally. The bak kut teh has been boiling for roughly about 2 hours. You can see that the broth is coming really nicely. If you would like to serve it right now, it will be perfect. You can also boil it a little longer. I'm going to serve it right now. If you want it a bit darker, you can use a bit of light sauce or to put it in. But once you put it in, you cannot make it lighter again. Okay, so add to your preference.